Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It has been, about, yay months, give or take. I thought today would be a good day to talk about grudges. I've been wanting to do a video that had a good topic lately, and, I thought that this would be a good one to talk about since it is such a big thing in, my current life, and, you know, I mean, it's something I struggle with every day because of the certain instance I'm going to refer to. So I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of talk about my thing and then touch base on the general stance of why it's such a, like, thing you don't want to have. When I was in my junior year of high school, okay, I had a crush on this girl. It's actually a relative of one of my best friends at the time. We're still buddies and all now, like me and my friend, but okay, anyway. It was a relative of, like, one of my best friends at the time, and I was, like, so head over heels, like, over this girl, and it's just, like, it ended up not working out, right? Fine and dandy. It was completely fine and dandy. I handled it, like, all right at the start, but after, like, the first, like, talking stage kind of thing we had, it ended up, like, continuing on and off, like, not of my accord. She would try to reach out to me and then start like flirting with me and stuff like that, or at least from my perception it was, and from everyone else's perception of what was going on it was. I don't know if she viewed it that way, so, like, in the off chance you're seeing this, not to, like, you know, make you mad or whatever, but that's how me and everyone else who was aware of what was going on and seeing what was going on perceived it. So basically, when this whole thing was going on, it was this constant, like, hot and cold thing between her and I would always, like, mind my own business and then try to, like, talk to another girl or whatever. And then after this whole thing went on for, like, I don't know, a couple weeks of maybe talking to this new girl, she'd try to reach out again and start talking to me, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is amazing. This girl's, like, coming back to talk to me. I'm so excited. This is awesome. Like, here's my shot. And then after, like, a night or two of just, like, flirting back and forth for hours, then, like, it just would be, like, I don't even know, I'd be cut off cold turkey. And it always leaves me wondering, or left me wondering, like, why is it that this is happening? It hurt, like, it would deeply, like, cut me, like, emotionally. Like, every single time I'm sitting here dealing with, like, why is it that I'm getting, like, strung along, but then immediately being cut off when I feel like I'm so close? Why is that? And then I just eventually, like, you know, it just keeps cutting and cutting and cutting, and then it starts to really, like, make you depressed and everything like that. And after going on with that so long, I just started to build this grudge against the person, and I grew to, like, actually resent them, hate them. Like, I couldn't even look them in the eye without just wanting, like, the worst for them, right? It's a horrible thing, you never want to be like that. But that being said, because of the unconfronted issue with that, I felt that way. And then even though it's been, like, 3 years since then, 2 years since, like, we've just only said happy birthday to each other and such like that, it's still there. It's still prevalent that I have been hurt and I have to live with the pain every day. And I struggle with it every day in whatever healthy ways I can. Or, you know, sometimes unhealthy. I know my junior year I had a really unhealthy way of dealing with it via drinking and such, but anyway, that's in the past. It's just when you get hurt like that, and then you start to build, like, constant resentment toward that person for what happened, no matter, like, you don't even think of something along the lines of, like, what's going on in their life that's making them do this. It's just, why is it that it's happening to me? And part of the grudge actually forms when it's something that goes through your head of, like, am I not good enough? Why is it that I'm not being given the time of day? Or it could even be just, like, why am I not getting, like, just any sort of satisfaction? Okay? It's stuff like that. It just will eat away at you, and it'll make you, like, resentful toward her or him, you know, if you're a lady. Or even just other people. Like, I know when it came to other people, like my friends and such at the time, I just, like, was not in a good mood around them. I was always, like, standoffish toward them in the sense of just being dry, never wanting to talk to them, never wanting to go to hang out with them. And it really makes you like just angry at the world for this thing that you want so desperately, and you'll do anything for, because in a specific situation you think that you're like in love with them, right? Like you can't find any flaw about them whatsoever, but then it's just like having this whole situation around you makes you very resentful and hateful toward other people. I think it's important that we kind of touch base on mine first, so you know it feels more relatable. But through this whole thing, as I'm dealing with it, I start getting from the point of like just being upset at the situation to hating her, and then I started getting to the process of actually like acknowledging that it was her and not me, which is one of the most important things you can do. I personally would say, I mean, not only did I have to go through steps of trying to cut her off and then adding her back, or like talking to her again when I felt like we could be friends, but not like in a romantic sense, just as like buddy, but then the same thing would happen. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm also going to be doing like Bible study stuff. I got questions I'm going to fill out and everything, so we're going to grab a snack. That's why we're driving this way, out to Lawrenceburg. But you start to grow resentful, and I've gotten to the point where I've, like, over the past, you know, however long it's been 2 years, it's been a slow climb. Like, I mean slow climb. There's still going to be, like, a part of you that's hurt. I mean, it could be the emotional impact of how long it lasted, stuff like that. I mean, I know that's how it is with me. I'm very scarred from it in certain areas. And then, I mean, I remember 2 years ago, I was actually at a church with my friends, one of the first times I ever went, and then they had asked us to pray for something, and I had a fairly religious upbringing, so I thought, what's something that I could pray for right now? And then I remember where I was sitting. It's the same place we sit like every Sunday now. But I remember sitting there, and as I'm sitting in like the chair or whatever, I'm like, please, God, like I'm begging, help it go away. I'm so tired of it. And I remember like sitting in the chair thinking that. And then like it didn't happen then. It happened well over time. But I mean, it did happen. But obviously, like I said, it's still with me. It's something I work through every day. But the thing about it is, like, I never got closure. I never confronted her about how bad it was for me, and how what she did, at least, like, as I said, as me and everyone else who, like, was aware of it perceived how it affected me and how it has scarred me. And I mean, I still wish that I did get that closure, but now it's like, it'd be awkward if we talked about it again, right? But I think it's important that everyone gets that closure, whether it's like male-female relationship stuff, or if it's even just something like, I don't know, any opportunity that you could possibly have that might make you, that might make you like feel down in the dumps, like you're not good enough. And I know that's something that I struggle with a lot. Almost any time that I don't do something like well enough or perfectly, I immediately take it to my self-worth, and I imagine that it's me personally and like my fault entirely that I'm not perfect and not at the like level that everyone can look up to and be like, hey, this guy knows that, this guy knows it all, that kind of thing. I struggle with that all the time. The minute I don't hit that mark of immediate perfection, I start to beat myself up about it, because I feel like it might just be the way I was raised or something, but I have the feeling like I have to be better than everyone and perfect at everything, because I feel like that's just what I was raised with, kind of the anything less than imperfection is a failure. And that might just be me. But here's another important thing to acknowledge. Not necessarily, they might not necessarily owe you an apology. Like I said, like, this is my perception of how it was going on, and this is like how everyone I know sees it. But just because it's not necessarily how she sees it. Like I said, she could have had, you know, God knows what going on in the background that could have been making her do those things to me without realizing it, or I don't know, maybe she just like wanted me to be the attention that she needed for the time being until like whatever else she was going through happened or whatever. And I mean, it's whatever. I mean, like I've said, gotten through it, but I still, I kind of go over the saying I use when describing this, typically the forgive but don't forget. Like I've forgiven her. I'm like, we're chill. I bet if I saw her in public, I'd be like, yo, what's up, individual? How you been? Something like that. But I can't forgive her for what she did. And if she were to ask me out again, I don't get me wrong, I would have to fight it. Sorry, I don't mean to say ask me out again. She never asked me out. I always did it. But I mean, like, if she were to run into me and be like, you know what? I I might give him a chance or something. If she were to decide that she wanted to ask me out, I would have to say no. I'd be fighting it. Don't get me wrong. I would be fighting it really hard. But I would have to say, because I mean, I know it's not good. It'd be horrible. It would be horrible. But like I said, I have forgiven her, but I can't forget what happened in the instance. Because if I were to forget it, like some people would be like, oh, just forget about it, move on, whatever. Yeah, move on, but you can't forget. If you forget about it, it'll happen again. It's like people say when it comes to history class in high school or middle school and all that, why do we learn about history? So history doesn't repeat itself. It's that same kind of thing. Same kind of thing. I think it's very important that that when it comes to something like a grudge, and I mean, yeah, you have to be able to move past it. It's a great thing to move past it. You don't ever want to be stuck on it. But that being said, you don't want to forget the experience. I don't know how I can make that like clear without like just I don't know how I can make it more clear than that. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what this whole video was just to be about, was kind of vent about that, so you guys had something to relate to, and then from there just kind of go on and explain my situation. Anyway, I thought that'd be a good thing to kind of touch base on and talk to you guys about. Well, man, still got a while to go for the video, huh? Anyway, guys, what's up with you? I don't really have much of a topic anymore. I wanted to talk about that, like, for a long time. This is like the third time trying to do this video, just I keep forgetting, like, key points or whatever. Yeah. We're gonna go get food now, I guess. Anyway, I will, see you guys when I get done with my Bible stuff. Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna move on with the rest of our day. Got Bible study done. You guys got to see a picture of my notes, and I'll get a picture of the actual message saying what the questions were. Put it up in my right hand side. Yeah. Well, I thought that would be a fun video for today. Be a good way for me to be a little open about something. I wouldn't want to be open with everyone if this is going to be a kind of talking area. Ooh! Ooh, man, that guy up there on the white three-wheeler, bro. He's got some of that good, you know? Some of that good. Stepping on down to first. Dude. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of biker brethren out. Where are they putting it up there? They got rid of the Arby's? When did that happen? Oh no, it's right behind it. Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's gonna be where I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I hope the whole video kind of helps somebody out with whatever they might be needing, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship thing. That's just the first one that comes to mind for me. So, yeah, it's kind of the more prevalent one in my life. So it's kind of the easiest one to talk about in a video about grudges. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be that one for you. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. So I hope you guys have a good day, good night. I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.